3 years ago, I was at an all-star baseball tournament. There I was at bat in the championship game, having so much fun. I was so excited. Then I swung at a very inside pitch, and instead of hearing the crack of the bat, I felt excruciating pain in my hand. And just like that, I wasn't having fun. I was kneeling down over home plate, holding back tears. The next day, my suspicions were confirmed, and I found out I had broken my pinky. This was a very important moment in my life, and it had just gotten taken away from me. So I began to wonder what I could learn and get out of this, and that is when it dawned on me. See, over the years, I have learned a lot playing baseball, and those lessons I've learned, I've tried to apply to my everyday life. And I noticed big changes. I was suddenly happier and far more productive. So I did some digging on this, and I interviewed 3 baseball coaches. And Coach Sheets said something that really stuck out to me. When I coach my players, I try to prepare them for life. And I prepare them for life by coaching baseball. And that helps them with life because baseball is a metaphor for life. So I began to wonder what kinds of metaphors I could find in the game of baseball. The first metaphor I came up with is no matter where the ball is hit, everybody has a job to do in baseball. I think that is true of life too. No matter what happens in life, you always have a role to play, and you're always important. And sometimes something goes wrong, and you are called upon to help. An example of that in baseball is when someone is stealing second. When someone steals second, the center fielder's job is to run behind the shortstop or second baseman. 9 times out of 10, they will do nothing. But it is that one time that the ball gets by everyone that is most important. You see, if the center fielder is not ready, then things will not end well. So always be ready in life. You never know when the ball is going to get past everyone else. You're going to have to scoop it up and make the play. A real-life example of this would be during my 2nd grade Christmas pageant. One student had gotten sick before we were about to get going, and so they could not perform their solo. Our teacher came up to me and asked if I could perform it. So I did. I scooped the ball up, and I made the play. Another metaphor is that you are able to control what you can control, and you can only control what you can control. In baseball, as a hitter, you may not be able to control what pitches you get, but you can control how you swing and what pitches you swing at. And as a pitcher, you cannot control what the batter does or what the fielders around you do, but you can control the pace at which you pitch and the pitches you throw. So focus on the actions you can take. I've tried to do that in my life, and it made me worry less about the things out of my control, and it allowed me to focus on doing the things in my control to the best of my ability. A real-life example of this would be when I was younger. I used to get nervous about what kind of questions would be on tests. I would study, but I would always worry that I hadn't studied enough or that I hadn't studied the right things. One day my dad told me, "You have studied, and that is all you can control. You cannot control the questions that are on the test, so do not worry about them." I thought that was really good advice, so I tried to use it, and because of that advice, I no longer got nervous. So after reflecting about the lessons baseball has taught me, I realized what breaking my pinky taught me. Things do not always go as planned. Here I was at this awesome tournament in the championship game, and I just broke my pinky. I then began to think about how life is like that. There are plenty of times when things can be going great, and then all of a sudden something happens and things change. Once I learned this lesson and applied it to my life, I was able to enjoy the moment more. I suddenly began to focus more on the now and less on the future, because I knew that any moment the great things going on now could be gone. So know that no matter what sport you are playing or what game you are watching, there are lessons to be learned, and you should try to learn them and apply them to your life. A special thanks to the people I interviewed: Coach Jeremy Sheetinger, Coach Paul Wags Wagner, and Alan Yeager. Thank you very much.